77th Squadron continues to support the forces fighting ISIS in the pocket around Palmyra, which has been under almost total enemy control. However, in recent times, we've seen a large surge of activities of rebel forces fighting in the fight against ISIS, and which we should help. Our stance towards the regime forces is unchanged. ROE allow us to engage air units or SAM systems that pose a direct threat to coalition aircraft. Okay, take a look at slide 3. You'll see that our flight plan is almost identical to the ones we've had in the last few days. Killbox names might have changed, but we'll be operating in exactly the same area we've been at least 8 times already, the town of Asukana. This lies in the center of Killbox Bravo. This time around, it's unlikely that we'll have any JTAC support, which means we'll need to send target info to Wizard, and then they will relay it to Morpheus, our cell in the US that gives us the green light for all the attacks. This in turn means more restrictive ROE, especially since there were reports of some SDF forces infiltrating the area and putting up more resistance against ISIS. Slide 4, please. Today we have broken clouds between 18,000 and 20,000 feet, and then again between 30 and 32,000. That means we'll be mainly operating just below the cloud level, high enough to stay safe from manpads, but with perfect visibility. I've been assigned 91-372 parked in Revetment 12, flash year in 10 with 91-358. As usual, we'll grab ATIS on channel 2 and then contact tower on channel 3. Radio checks at initial frequency. As always, all presets are listed in the kneeboard. Flash go with number 1 on your anti-collision light, and I'll use number 4. We'll use runway 28 for takeoff. I'll wait for you to line up before I start rolling. Coming out of H4, we'll float northeast and climb to Angels 2-2 to get above the clouds and head back to Asukana, which is going to be called Bravo today. Weasel 4-1 will be doing exactly the same thing west of us in Charlie, and the Strike Eagles will have their playground a bit further west in Delta. As usual, we'll contact Wizard and check in before entering the AO. We'll anchor at Bullseye, which is waypoint 3, and start looking at the city and surroundings. Looking for some bad guys. Same drill as always. Now let's go to slide 6, please. You know the area all too well by now. So far, we assume that Sugno is under ISIS control, but there are reports of some infighting taking place in the city and around it. So we'll need to be extra careful when choosing our targets. This means that we'll no longer have as much freedom in prosecuting targets as we did up till now. From now on, we'll have to report all targets, especially in scenarios like today where we don't have JTAC support. I don't have to tell you how important it is to keep the collateral damage to an absolute minimum. So the rule should be if you're not 100% certain you're looking at the enemy, do not shoot. Moreover, we'll have to obtain permission for any attack from Morpheus, which we would normally get via Wizard, but it's entirely possible we have to contact them ourselves. Yep, just another layer of bureaucracy. Having said that, we've bombed the heck out of this place, so I doubt we'll see any significant IS presence. Just like we didn't see anything during the last 3 or 4 sorties. On the other hand, as I mentioned, we did detect some activity from different rebel groups fighting the Islamic State. So things may get dynamic. We'll see. Let's go back to slide 3. We have 2 tanker tracks today, Romeo and Sierra. Our bingo will be set at 2,500. On the way back, we'll check to see which one is active, and if need be, we'll get a drink before going back to King Faisal. In any case, we'll switch to approach, and then tower as usual. I'll be carrying 1 CBU and 1 Maverick. EU Flash will be loaded with 2 GB38s and 1 Maverick. We'll also have 2 bags, a full load of ammo, plus 90 flares and 30 chaff apiece. That should give us enough flexibility to deal with any threats. Obviously, any CBUs can only be dropped outside of urban areas. As always, we'll stay on channel 1 on AUX as our tactical frequency, and we'll be switching between nets on Pry. We'll call all changes and comms checks. First, it's going to be on the ground with channel 1 on Pry. That will push tower on channel 3 and go from there. After takeoff, we'll switch to Wizard, channel 4 Pry. Texaco's on channel 7, and we got Morpheus on channel 5. Finally, approach will be on channel 9. Any questions? Let's do it.
Alright, mission number 4, enemy of my enemy. It looks like December 2nd, 2014. Here we go. No adjustments need to be made today, so we're just going to get in, start up, and go. Place the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
Hey Chief, how do you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. How me?
I have you 5x5. How are you?
I'm doing all right, sir. How you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Ready for start 2?
Clear forward and aft. Ready for start 2. Good start down here, sir. 6 green.
You're cleared to pull the EPU pin.
Copy. Stand by. All clear for run up.
EPU checks good. Cleared to check for flow.
Roger. Stand by. No flow.
Weasel, check off. Good, get the ATIS and push Pry 3. Let me know when you're ready to taxi.
Expect visual approach. Full go. Acknowledge receipt of information, Charlie. King Weasel Air Base Information, Charlie. Time 0430. Wind 265 at 10. Visibility greater than 10 miles. Broken 18,000 feet. Temperature 16. Altimeter 299er7. Runway Indeed 28. Expect visual approach. Acknowledge receipt of information.
Ready for sec check?
Speed brake. Flight controls clear. Ready for sec. Nozzle closed. Clear for run up.
Second check, good. Back to prep.
Nozzle open. Speed brakes open. And closed.
Ready for bit.
Clear bit.
Ready for big movement.
Flight control is still clear. Nose up. Nose down. Kick. Roll left. Roll right. Yaw left. Yaw right.
Ready on left brake.
Copy. Stand by just a sec. Ready on left brake.
Channel 1.
Movement. No movement.
Channel 2.
Movement. No movement.
Ready on right brake.
Roger, stand by. All right, ready on the right brake.
Channel 1. Channel
Roger,
1.
stand by.
Movement. No movement.
Channel 2.
Movement. No movement.
You're cleared off.
Roger that. Bring her back code 1 for me, sir.
Copy.
Tower, Weasel 5-1,
Wheel chopper
taxi
now
to
removed.
Charlie.
Weasel 5-1 Tower, taxi to runway 28.
Tower, Weasel 5-1, taxi runway 28.
Okay, good brake check.
Tower, Weasel 5-1, number 1, 28.
5-1 cleared for takeoff, runway 28, winds are 265 at 10.
Weasel 5-1 cleared for takeoff, runway 28.
Patriots down. Weasel push forward.
2. Roger, Pirate 3-5, maintain. Wizard, Pirate 3-5 on Star, still on Delta. Roger, Victor Fleet, Mulligan 4-1 on station and your quadrant, Texco not on station. Eagle 3-1 on station to the southwest block, 5 taxi 7. Pirate 3-5 now. Good hunting, Pirates.
Weasel, check.
Weasel 5-2.
And maintain pitch to keep about 350 knot.
Texco, Wizard. Send it for Texaco. What's your ETA for Track Romeo? We had some trouble with the drogue. ETA 10 mics. Roger.
So bingo 4,000, Joker was 2,500. Correction. Bingo is 2,500, Joker's 4,000. reflect no yardstick this flight, unless he turns it on a little later. There's cruise, blew right through. Something I wanted to test out, I think I remember reading something about this, is that you can use time acceleration, and if there's anything important that comes up, it should automatically pop out. So we're going to bump it up to 3x. Sorry if it gets really shaky. That'll get us out to cruise a little faster, make the video a little shorter. I don't know how many people actually end up watching me as I fly out, but for those that do and are purists, I'm sorry for using time acceleration.
Wizard, Texaco 2-1. Texaco, go for Wizard. Texaco 2-1 at track Romeo. Texaco, roger.
Wizard, Weasel 5-1.
Weasel 5-1, go.
Wizard, Weasel 5-1 with you, inbound to Killbox Bravo.
Roger, Weasel, maintain.
Weasel 5-1 will run Scar and Bravo.
Roger, picture clean. No JTAC support in Bravo 1-4. Texco is on track Romeo. Pirate 3-5 is in Delta to the north, blocking taxi 4. Terran Jordan and Viper working in Bravo before you reported some medium AAA and manpads, so stay frosty.
Weasel 5-1 copies all.
Have a good one, Weasels.
Weasels, fence in.
Pirate 3-5 on station, Kilox Delta, pushing to Hooligan forward. Pirate 3-5, Wizard, clear 2's fence.
1 fenced in. Send it, Weasel 4-1. Weasel 4-1 is tally on a convoy. Heading tactical in a bus. 3, 7 Sierra, Delta uniform, 4, 9, 7-5. Heading west towards T-Town. Turn up to the engine. The dark colored flag on the side. I suspect the bus is carrying flight. Request permission to engage. Weasel 4-1, repeat the grid for me, please. Weasel 4-1, grid 3-7 Sierra, Delta uniform 439er 275. Weasel 4-1, confirm. See armed people inside the bus? Negative. I can see only one armed male standing in the open door of the bus. There's a black flag on the side of the vehicle. Weasel 4-1, Wizard has your request. Stand by. Blackbird 3-1, Wizard, go. One second. Blackbird 3-1, Wizard, contact is light air traffic, disregard. Blackbird 3-1, oh.
Wizard, Weasel 5-1 on station, kill box Bravo.
Weasel 4-1, Wizard. Weasel 5-1, Wizard copy. Your block is 17 TAC 20. Advise to keep the hard deck of 15 pounds.
Roger.
Weasel 4-1, the word is weapons full. Monitor the movers, but do not engage.
2-1, let's anchor here and have a look around. Circle south of A-Town and check the center. I'll watch the outskirts. Report any findings. Keep to 17,000 to stay below the clouds.
That squelch is bad. Turn down my comms all the way to get rid of that squelch. Turn back up a little bit now. We're supposed to hold 17,000 here around our bullseye. I'm just gonna get a wheel over A-Town just to see stuff a little easier so it's not going around so much. Alright, for some reason waypoint forward is 138 miles south of me. A few issues with that. Oh, did you see that explosion now? There's some explosions in that town. Take a look at what's going on. That's lucky timing, just it's a lot of explosions and smoke attacks hitting that artillery.
Lead 2. Tally 2 trucks, some infantry, and 4 mortars in the open. 2 miles southwest from the larger lake outside of A-Town.
Roger, looking.
If I can get my sensors to work, let's try and mark point. Alright, we saw the explosions. You said 2 miles south, A-Town right there. It's A-Town. Southwest. Oh, there's the lake. Okay, there's the lake he's talking about. So we gotta be talking, he said a couple miles towards that. Let's get talking.
1, no joy, request talk on.
Lead, follow the road that exits A-Town in Square Delta 1, going southwest. There are large electrical poles next to it. Follow that for 5 miles towards the smaller town with a smoke plume. The truck sits just on the northern side of that road.
One, tally. Let's keep our distance and have a closer look.
Cali Technical with a heavy machine gun parked next to the road, plus 1 man pad next to the truck.
1, copy.
Looks like another technical and some infantry further down the road, near the intersection.
1, copy. Stand by. Contacting Wizard. Wizard, Weasel 5-1 with target info.
Weasel 5-1, Wizard, send it.
Weasel 5-1 is tally on 4 mortars, some technicals, trucks, and infantry in Killbox Bravo. The mortars are shelling a small village in Quadrant Delta Uniform 7-4.
Weasel 5-1, Wizard, message received. Stand by. Weasel 5-1, Wizard, contact Morpheus for ET coordination.
Wizard, Weasel 5-1, switching Morpheus. Weasel, go. Weasels, check.
Weasel 5-2.
Morpheus, Weasel 5-1, checking in.
Weasel 5-1, Morpheus, send it.
Weasel 5-1 is tally on 4 mortars, 2 technicals, 2 trucks, and infantry in Killbox Bravo. The mortars are shelling a small village in quadrant Delta uniform 7-4.
Weasel 5-1, Morpheus, stand by.
Find this truck with the man pet he was talking. There they are. Alright, so I got mark points on all 3 targets now.
Weasel 5-1, Morpheus direct. Target match to Foxtrot. Multiple weapons authorized. Target type artillery vehicles. Use flight's discretion. Report results 10-1.
Weasel 5-1, Roger. 2 Foxtrot, multiple weapons authorized. Use flight's discretion. Wilco. The mortars are spread over quite an area, but there are a lot of ammo boxes scattered around, plus even more on the trucks. Stand by for game plan.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna do the attack. You got CBU, they're wide open.
I'm going to drop a CBU on the mortars. With a bit of luck, we'll get the ammo to cook off as well. You will provide cover, but be ready to roll in with GBU in case something remains down there.
2, Roger.
Fighter to fighter, roam, shooter cover, CBU 103, egress, west.
2.
One is in.
Alright, we're in from the side.
One bombs away.
Like I'm flying right through the mortar path. Oh,
Go ahead. Stand by BDA.
there you go, the secondary's cooking up.
Lead 2. Target destroyed.
tracking northeast towards A-Town.
1, roger.
Second technical is also moving, same direction.
1.
Yeah, looks attack.
2, prepare for a Maverick run on the technicals. Stand by, fighter to fighter. Fighter to fighter. Wheel. Shooter shooter. AGM 65. In from the south. Off north. Sword east.
2, roger, running in, eastern target.
So
1, running in.
2, rifle.
1, rifle.
Chaff, flare.
I might have broken my hard deck.
1, good hit.
2, splash target.
2, return IP, contacting Morpheus.
Yeah, that was cool. Simultaneous hits, just about.
Morpheus, Weasel 5-1.
Weasel 5-1-4, second.
Morpheus, BDA for targeting message to Foxtrot. 4 mortars and 4 vehicles destroyed, no collateral.
Weasel 5-1, roger. Targeting message to Foxtrot closed. Thanks for the support.
Weasels, return on station. Eyes on A-Town.
2.
AAA
Heads up, tracers, AAA from Delta 1.
Yeah, visual. Wonder what they're shooting at.
Tracers on the ground, northeast part of the town.
Say quadrant.
Bravo 2. Tally 1 APC. Looks like our M113. With a group of armed guys behind it moving southeast and shooting at the building in front of them. There are people returning fire from inside that building.
Visual.
They're supported by a technical with a heavy machine gun, now just east from that APC.
Roger. Push button 4 on comm 1, contacting Wizard in 10. Wizard, Weasel 5-1.
Weasel 5-1, Wizard, go.
Tally, APC, type M113, and a group of armed people storming a building in Killbox Bravo. They are supported by technical with HMG. Request permission to engage.
Weasel 5-1, Wizard has your request. Confirm the firefight takes place within city limits.
That's affirmative.
Roger. Can you ID both sides?
Stand by 1, Wizard. Thoughts?
Either side is wearing uniforms, and India Sierra captured some Iraqi M113s and Abrams tanks. It's probably them against the rebels, so the guys we support.
Thanks. Wizard, Weasel 5-1, suspect we're looking at ISIS attacking one of the rebel groups. Request permission to engage, targeting message to Gaul.
Weasel, stand by, weapons hold, contacting Morpheus.
Weasel 5-1.
Definitely heading to that building.
Be advised, the bad guys are now storming the building.
Roger.
Weasel, Wizard, Morpheus wants to know if the defenders have any flags or logos for PID. What the? They're in the building. How the hell are we supposed to know this?
Wizard, Weasel 5-1, unable to tell. Update. The attacking forces just entered the building. Enemy M113 and technical are in the open, and Weasels are Tiger.
Roger, stand by. Heads up, explosions from in the building. Another one. Getting hot down there.
Visual, concur. Wizard, Weasel 5-1, any updates?
Negative. Still waiting on word from Morpheus.
Roger.
So those tracers going into or out of the building. Get a little slow. Getting that wheel and
Got a group of armed people outside that building. Western edge of quadrant Bravo 3. Guessing those are our good guys.
Roger.
Got two technicals moving at their
they're
position.
taking shots
From
for
the
something.
south and from the east. They just opened fire.
Visual, break. Wizard, Weasel 5-1, update. We're eyes on another firefight. The group attacked earlier, escaped the building, and came under heavy fire by 2 Techis.
Roger, Weasel. Have any positive ID on the attackers?
It looks like ISIS.
Weasel, the ROE requires that you have 100% certainty about your target. Are you 100% positive you're looking at a hostile target?
Negative.
Roger, stand by. They entered another building with a walled courtyard in the middle of those olive trees. 2 guys are now...
Roger. Wizard, Weasel 5-1, any updates?
That's a negative, Weasel 5-1. We'll call you when we get word from Morpheus, so stay put.
Roger.
Oh, he sounds a little upset. Oh, there's guys all around down there dying.
Weasel 4-1, go. Weasel 4-2 is Bedbringer. Request RTB. Weasel 4-1, you are cleared RTB. Weasel 4-1.
I think they went to that building. This targeting bot's good, but man, oh, explosion.
Heads up, more bad guys approaching. They're shooting at the building with rifles and RPGs.
1, tally. Two, I'll do a show of force above the bad guys. Hold high and keep your eyes peeled for anyone shooting at me.
I'd advise against that chaos. We have pretty strict ROEs.
Damn it, but you're right. Ah, come on, Morpheus.
The RPG.
The building is on fire now.
I mean, we're not sure who the good and the bad guys are, and that's danger close. We're not talking to anybody on the
Lead,
ground.
2. 3 groups of bad guys are now approaching the building from different directions.
1.
We inside. They're in the building.
Maybe they're firefighters.
We still have that M113 and some vehicles outside. A few days ago, these were valid targets.
We had Ghost with us back then. This time around, Morpheus is lightly blind.
Wizard, Weasel 5-1, go.
Request update on situation.
The defending group entered another building where they received heavy enemy machine gun and RPG fire. Then the attackers stormed the building. It's quiet now. We still have one M113 and some technicals in the vicinity.
Roger. Word from Morpheus is weapons hold. Repeat, weapons hold.
Weasel 5-1, roger, weapons hold. Weasel 5, what state?
2 has 238.
Roger. Wizard, we have legitimate targets in the AO, including an armored personnel carrier and technicals. We are also tally on medium caliber AAA emplacements. We are Tiger. Request permission to engage these targets.
What's the location of the AAA?
Within the city limits, mostly among olive trees and orchards.
Stand by, Weasels. Contact Morpheus for targeting message.
Weasel 5-1. Weasels, check.
Weasel 5-2.
Morpheus, Weasel 5-1.
Weasel 5-1, Morpheus, go.
Weasel 5-1 is tally on light and medium ISIS AAA in Killbox Bravo. Most likely 23 and 60. Weasels have JDAMs.
Weasel 5-1, Morpheus, stand by 1.
Weasel 5-1, roger. 3 Foxtrot, JDAMs authorized. Sensor targeting pod. Self-generate coordinates. Hard deck, 15,000 feet. Wilco. Weasels, fighter to fighter. Wheel, cover shooter, weapons free, stay above the hard deck.
2. 2, running in.
like Zoo 23 right there.
Pickle. 2, pickle. Choose Remington.
1 copies. Roger.
I wasn't even looking at the right place. We were looking at different.
2, shack.
1 is Winchester 65s. Stand by. Contacting Morpheus. Morpheus, Weasel 51 BDA for targeting message 3 Foxtrot.
Weasel 5-1, Morpheus, go.
Morpheus, Weasel 5-1, 2 AAA pieces destroyed.
Weasel 5-1, roger. Message based on the target now close.
Two push button 4 on comm 1.
2.
Wizard, Weasel 5-1 flight is at the end of our VUL. Request RTB.
Weasel 5-1, Wizard, you are cleared to RTB.
Weasel 5-1, roger. 2, join up. What's your fuel?
I'm fine.
2, roger. Turn to waypoint 6. Let's head home.
$24,000 feet, waypoint 6. Alright, that was cool. Couple different things there. Got to identify some targets, take out the mortar group. Got to see a little bit of a ground firefight happening, even though we weren't able to engage, not figuring out who was who. Don't get any blue on blue or blue on white, I guess, kills there, so it makes sense. Climb up to Angels 2-4 for egress. Not sure what was happening with the targeting pod. I probably should have reset it after bore sighting, and that probably messed me up on getting a lot of the waypoints. But I was setting mark points at different locations, and when I would cursor 0 to those points, it was always sending me to the same waypoint each time. So it would only allow me to have one at a time that really worked. Never really had an issue with that, but I must have done something, I think, by not, when I bore sighted and I was in my targeting pod, by leaving it the waypoint where I had bore sighted, it messed it up, left it there rather than...
Weasels, fence out. 1, fenced out.
2, fenced out.
The other thing I felt to do was to align my hammocks until we were in flight. And I think everything is just a little bit off also on that at that point, so... the handoff, TGP handoff did not work to my Maverick, so I had to manually come off onto that and find him, but we got the kill anyway. Fun flight, that was good. A little bit of everything. I think I did break the hard deck going in on that Maverick run. VR, I have a hard time seeing those guys on the weapon.
Blackbird 3-1, Wizard, send it. Blackbird 3-1, tally on a boat. Helicopter just out of us, very low track sound. Roger, can you ID the bogey? Blackbird 3-1, A first, it's a hit. No joy in the market, but the paint looks eerie. Roger, Blackbird, monitor. Blackbird 3-1.
And we're gonna be heavy landing. Let's go gate to get out of here. Both Cat 1. See those tax dollars getting used. Joker and then come out. We're burning 60,000 pounds an hour. That'll go fast.
Bingo. Bingo.
Weasels descend to 12,000, turn to waypoint 7.
2.
Weasels, let's grab ATIS for King Faisal, then go button 9.
10.
2.
Visibility greater than 10 miles. Broken 18,000 feet. Temperature 16. Altimeter 29907. Runway in use 28. Expect visual approach. Acknowledge receipt of information echo. King Faisal Air Base information echo. Time 0530. Wind 265 at 10.
Weasels, check.
Weasel 5
King Faisal approach, this is Weasel 5, flight of 2 F-16s, inbound with Echo, request initial, runway 28.
Weasel flight approach. Radar contact.
set to 5,000. Report we're 5 miles out. Expect visual approach for runway 28.
Weasel 5, descend to 5,000, report 5 miles out, visual approach for runway 28.
Weasel 5-1, switch tower.
Weasel 5, switch to tower. 2, push button 3. King Faisal Tower, Weasel 5, 5 mile initial, runway 28, full stop.
Altitude. Altitude.
Weasel 5-1 tower, you are clear to land runway 28. Winds are calm.
Tower, Weasel 5, cleared to land, runway 28.
Do an overhead into there. Gear down 3 green.
Weasel 5-1, vacate active, go to shelters 3 and 4.
Tower, Weasel 5-1, vacate the active, shelters 3 and 4.
And for these two, we'll take 3. Me yet again. Thought I collided with something. Crew chief would have been mad at me if I had done that. Alright, we're back. Shut her down. And we'll check the debrief here as soon as I do. Well, that was fun. We talked about a lot of the different things. Let's check the debriefing. Alright, Flash, let's have a look at the tapes and review the mission. First part went well, according to the plan, and we arrived on station without anything worth noting or discussing. Then we detected enemy mortar fire and soon after spotted a group of IS soldiers pounding away at a nearby village. We engaged the mortars, got the ammunition to cook off with good secondaries, which resulted in the whole enemy team dead and 2 trucks parked nearby destroyed. We then spotted 2 technicals trying to run from the scene, and we engaged them with a Maverick, destroying both. We still had some ordnance left, so we decided to ask for permission to engage and destroy the IS AAA and the AO, which we did. After that, we returned to base and landed. So not really a whole lot of talk about what was happening in the town, but we weren't really able to engage because we couldn't get positive ID, and ended up taking the AAA. I'm not sure if there's another alternate scenario, but that was fun. Kind of fun seeing, hey, we've got good targets here, but having to wait for permission to actually attack them, and sometimes that doesn't come. So good realism, fun mission. Absolutely encourage you guys to go out and pick it up. Thanks for joining the channel here and watching. Make sure and like and subscribe, or don't, because again, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just go get in the pit and fly. Have a good day. We'll talk to you guys later. Turtle out.